Long ago, in a time of heroes, a miracle took place. A woman named Hannah had been unable to have children. She prayed to God with all her heart. An angel appeared to Hannah with a wonderful promise. She would have a baby boy. The angel said the boy would be special. God would give him incredible strength. But there was a condition. The boy must never cut his hair. He would be called a Nazirite, dedicated to God. Hannah was overjoyed. She named her son Samson. Samson grew big and strong, just as the angel had promised. His hair grew long and thick, a symbol of his special vow to God. Samson used his amazing strength to protect the Israelites, God's people. He fought their enemies, the Philistines, who were fierce and cruel. Samson's great strength made him famous. People traveled from far and wide to witness his feats of power. He could move boulders that seemed impossible to budge. He could fight off entire groups of Philistine soldiers single-handedly. Samson became a symbol of hope for the Israelites and a fearsome warrior against their enemies. But Samson's greatest strength was also his weakness. He was often reckless and easily angered. He let his emotions guide his actions, which often led him into trouble. Despite his extraordinary abilities, Samson had much to learn about humility and self-control. One day, Samson traveled to the Philistine city of Timnah. He saw a Philistine woman and wanted to marry her. Samson's parents were worried. They knew it was forbidden for an Israelite to marry a Philistine, but Samson was stubborn and refused to listen. "I want her, and I will have her," he declared. The wedding feast lasted 7 days. Samson, always eager for a challenge, made a bet with 30 Philistine men. He told them a riddle. If they could solve it, he would give them 30 linen garments and 30 sets of clothes. If they couldn't, they would have to give him the same. The Philistines agreed. They thought, how hard can it be to solve a riddle? Samson's riddle was tricky. He said, "Out of the eater came something to eat, and out of the strong came something sweet." The Philistines puzzled and puzzled. What could the answer be? For 3 days they couldn't figure it out. They grew desperate and threatened Samson's new wife. "Get the answer from your husband," they demanded, "or we will burn down your father's house with you in it." The Philistine men's threat frightened Samson's wife. She cried and begged Samson to tell her the answer to the riddle. Samson refused at first, but his wife kept pleading. Finally, worn down by her tears and pleas, Samson gave in and told her the answer. The answer to his riddle was, "What is sweeter than honey? What is stronger than a lion?" Samson's wife immediately told the Philistine men the answer. They were overjoyed and relieved. They rushed to Samson with the answer. "We know your riddle," they shouted. "Out of the eater, the lion, came something to eat, the honeycomb, and out of the strong, the lion, came something sweet, the honey." Samson was furious. He knew his wife had betrayed him. He stormed out of the city in a rage and returned home, leaving his wife behind. Samson felt betrayed and heartbroken. His anger burned hotter than ever against the Philistines. He vowed to take revenge for their deceit. To take revenge, Samson devised a clever plan. He caught 300 foxes and tied their tails together in pairs. Then he attached a burning torch to each pair of tails. When the torches were lit, Samson released the foxes into the Philistines' fields. The terrified foxes ran through the fields, setting fire to the Philistines' crops. The wheat, the vineyards, even the olive groves were consumed by flames. The Philistines were outraged when they discovered Samson was behind the destruction of their crops. They sought revenge against Samson and his family. The Philistines attacked and burned down the house of Samson's wife and her father. Samson was beside himself with anger and grief. He vowed to make the Philistines pay for their cruelty. Samson attacked the Philistines with renewed fury, killing many of them. He then hid in a cave, waiting for the right moment to strike again. The Philistines were terrified of Samson's strength and sought a way to capture him. They knew they couldn't defeat him in a fair fight. Their only hope was to find a way to exploit his weaknesses. And so, the stage was set for Samson's greatest challenge and his ultimate downfall. The story of his strength and his battles with the Philistines became a legend, passed down through generations. Despite his flaws, Samson's story serves as a reminder of the dangers of pride and the importance of staying true to one's values.